Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be showing you guys what we did with this little project. It's not DIY, although you guys can make it yourselves if you want to. This is just an idea of how we recycled our old double stroller. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just we wanted to make it a little cuter for Disneyland. So we began with just unassembling everything on it. And of course, my fiance helped. And we're just taking everything off and separating all the. Now we are taking a little basket on the bottom off because we are going to be spray painting it completely black. So I just want to make sure that I don't get painted on. So that's why I'm taking this off. And the reason why we're recycling it or giving it a little makeover is because it's been put up and put away for a while already. So it did get a little rusty, and I just didn't want it to look ugly or messy or old. So that's why we decided to give. And we're taping the items that we don't want to get spray paint on, or anything that we think that the spray paint might just clog it and not work right, the little buttons it has on the side. So of course I'm just taping that so it doesn't mess it up or anything like that, because of course that's not what I want. These are the spray paints I'm going to be needing. I'm going to use black for most of the stroller, a little bit of red in some areas, and this spray paint is glossy. I got it glossy just for now. Of course, to carefully spray paint this whole stroller black and get all the areas and make sure I don't miss no area. So yes, and right now I'm trying to figure out this thing because I ain't no pro, and this kills your arm. Seriously, I felt like my hand was gonna fall off because like it took a while, and it took a couple coats to completely have this really black. So again, you just want to be generous with the spray. This is after a third coat of spray paint, and now of course to spray paint the what is it called? The what is it? This holder thingy majiggy of your sodas or whatever. I'm so bad at this. Sorry. But yeah, just basically the accessories that this has in the holder. So I'm spray painting a lot too. Like right now that I flipped it, it looked like I just grabbed it when it was wet, but no, that's the magic of technology. I waited at least an hour, 30 minutes, I believe, and then I turned it over and did the backside. So again, just let it dry. And now what we're doing is just covering the rest of the black stuff because I want the lid that covers like wherever you put your accessories on this to be red. So again, that's why I used the trash bag and just covered it and used tape to help me hold it down while I spray paint. This could be so tricky, so just be extremely careful. I didn't want it to be all completely black. I did want a touch of red here and there just so it doesn't look too blah. Once I did the lid, now I'm just taping the black that I spray painted of the stroller and just cover it so I don't get red on that, since again I'm doing a little bit of red on these little gray items. Instead of them being gray, they're gonna be red, spray painted red. So again, that's why I did the blue tape so I don't get my black parts red. And again, I'm just going carefully and painting the gray things red. And there was items that were red already. I just made them darker red because again, they were faded. So I just touched them up basically. And all this process does take a while, so you need super patience. Took me a while to finish, but while this dries, I'm gonna be working on the seats. I did freshly wash them again because it was put away for so long, and now I'm just covering the fabric that's right on the edge of this metal bar thing in the where the foot is, because I will be spray painting that black because again, that's all rusty and ugly looking. As you can tell, yeah, it needs help. So that's what I'm gonna do. And of course, I don't want to get spray paint on anything else. Therefore, I just used a trash bag to cover my red. Once I secured the front of it and the bottom of it, I just started spray painting it black. Or I should say my fiance spray painted it black. I mean, gotta give Boo Boo some credit too, because he did help and he was such a darling about it. So, yeah. And then while he did that, once they dried, because again, waiting process. But once it did dry, I started on the polka dots, and I'm using fabric. The first coat was acrylic, but just to be safe, I did end up using fabric paint, just so it doesn't, if it gets wet or anything, it doesn't smear and get messy. So, and you will need a couple of coats of this as well, but I just used like a duct tape roll to help. Okay, and now for my little basket, or I don't know what this is called, but I'm gonna call it basket. So now what I'm gonna do, since there is a red line going through all the way around, I'm just gonna use this black fabric paint and draw little Mickeys all the way around so it looks cute and it's not so plain. And again, guys, I apologize if you feel like this video is all over the place. It's just the way I made the video is the way, as long as I was doing it as long as I was working on the stuff. So while something was drying, I was working on something else of it. And yeah, so if it's messy, I do apologize. So here are my Mickey heads looking all cute. And I did one side, so now I'm doing the other side. And they're not perfect, but they're just fine for me. They don't have to be perfect. And of course, little Miss Marilyn was asking me what was I doing and why was I doing it. And she's all happy about Disneyland because she knows what it's for. So as you can tell, some of my little bags are a little rusty, but that's okay. And this is how it looks. Like I told you guys, one thing right after the other. Now I'm working on the little lid. Now that it's completely dry, I'm just doing the white polka dots with the, and I just made a little circle stencil just to make sure that my circles are perfect. Your circles will also need a couple coats as well. Now, when I spray painted the stroller, the spray paint did cover the little logo of the stroller brand. So, and it looked empty to me. So I just laminated this cute paper I had, and I just hot glued it to it, just so it doesn't look so blank right there. So this is what a little bit of scrapbook paper could do. After the long wait of everything being dry, we assembled everything again, and now it's time to make the ears. And the ears, I just used a small plate to do my circles, and I'm just cutting them out. And once I cut them out, all my circles should be like this. And now these are my ears. Now I just grab my foam sheet that I got in glitter. You get them either glittery or just plain. And I just got the glittery kind because it's glitter. Now I'm going to do to the ear that I have left to do. The same thing that I did to the rest, which is do the little arc. So it gives more of an ear form and not just a circle stuck on the stroller. So again, that's just what I'm doing. And once I'm done, I'm just going to cut out what I traced. Now that I've cut it, I have my cardboard ear, and now what I'm doing is putting my ear on my foam sheet and maybe leaving like an inch or inch and a half of overlay. So whatever overlays from my ear, I just wrap it around so it doesn't leave the white of the cardboard showing. So now I'm cutting this off, and since my foam board has adhesive already, that also helps as well. So I do recommend, if you do any ears or so, to get the one that has adhesive, just like this one. And this is the same process as my Minnie Mouse ears. So again, if you guys haven't seen that video and you guys want to do ears for Disneyland, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave that link for that video in the description box below. And again, since this has adhesive, it helps too. But just to be safe, I also hot glued it in areas where I thought it needed. And if you feel like you cut it too short in some areas, foam does stretch a little, so that's always a plus. And this is how it looks once it's done. This is the front of the ear, and it looks so cute and sparkly. So, and now we're gonna finish the back of it, and I just put it on top of it, and I just firmly press on it really hard so it sticks really good, because you don't want it lifting. Again, if it does lift, you could always hot glue gun it, and this is how your ear looks when you're done. So now I have my ears ready. They're all nice and sparkly. Look at them. They look so cute, and they sparkle so much in the sun. It's gonna be so cute. So I did finish my ears, and they're so cute. I love it. They came out way better. And before I do put the ears on the stroller, I thought I'd put like a little mat on the handles of the stroller, simply because since I did spray paint it black and it is metal, if it is left in the sun for a while, it does get extremely hot to hold, and the foam will just protect it and protect our hands from getting burnt. And I think it's foam, so if it does get hot, just in case, I could easily just wet it and nothing happens to it, simply because again it's foam, so it's all good. And this helped a lot. And this is how it looks once it's done. We just cleaned up the edges, and just for a little reassurance, I guess, I just put a little dab of glue in it, because again, if it moves, it really doesn't matter as long as it protects us from the metal if it gets hot. And we tried it and it works, so it's all good. And that's what we okay, we got a little bit sidetracked, but now back to our ears. So basically, how I put my ears, I hot glue gun the ears to the bar, because, well, to the fabric on the bar, and just reassured it on both sides so it won't wobble as much and it stayed still. And we checked everything and we made sure everything was stuck on there really, really good. And once we do it, of course, we hold it for a couple of seconds just to reassure that it doesn't fall or anything and it's on there really good. And once I did my first ear, I move on to the second, and this is how I did all my ears, and they stayed on there pretty good. I'm pretty sure the bar on top of the stroller helped to have it on there up and good. Now that we're done with our ears, we just check it, see if it wobbles or if it moves too much or anything like that. Make sure they're stuck on there good, and then we could fold them all the way back. And they're on there pretty good. And this is the final look. They look so cute. Of course, I put the M there for Minnie and Marilyn, of course. There's their little handle looking so pro. But yes, again, we weren't gonna add that, but we had to, and it looks pretty darn good. So this is the final project. I had so much fun doing this, and it was so easy and so cheap to recycle our old stroller. There was no need for us to go out and buy a new one. The girls are growing anyway, so who knows how long they'll be on this still. I don't think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.